finally settle down. But we had to force him to take some Tylenol, and now he seems to be doing a little better. Bless you.
Thank you.
Brayden. Brayden. He's there, I'm ignoring your ass.
And this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Lions lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Vikings, who will need to be stout up front.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sports. Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up. Their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's only taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Well, there's two left tackles.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They call a flyer out of the gate. And guess what? They're in the lead now.
He's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Those defenders
Does he still feel hot? Still feel hot?
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. He finds Corey Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Saturday.
Good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you got to stop it? It would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. Let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try to be aggressive on their first series.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Here's Stafford. This is incomplete. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
I don't care who wins this game. Go Rivers.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Great quarter round here. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established his run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Had a pretty bad one a few weeks ago.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
You got aggressive tackling on? Or aggressive pass rush?
Back to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Look to throw here. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, you sent this
He had a
damn
little bit of
game.
a turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Say what?
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Breaking up bad again, bro.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, he
Well, if you go by the
got
numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks.
everywhere,
And
y'all.
this one, it winds up getting picked off.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Johnson running left. And some room to roam now. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. Handoff comes to Cook. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They try again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jordan Hill in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kerry Hyder in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
3-16. 3rd and 16. Go cold. Go cold. The rattlesnake. My God. Puffer, I love it. You gotta get down.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 61 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Bring me the baby. You bring down your baby. Give me the baby. Go get it. Go get the baby.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half.
You see, I played perfect defense, and then Madden bails you out with some bullshit like that.
A toss to Cook. And his carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Lions. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
They go to Johnson again. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Stafford. And Davis has it over the middle. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The
interference.
so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the offense lining up first and 10.
You already pre-order MLB The Show 18?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
With that, never bothered again.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 48-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there around the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Ryan 38.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Stafford now on second down. A strong running. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
That was the ugliest throw I've ever seen. The ugliest completed throw I've ever seen. He like flung that shit like a frisbee.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Again, it's Johnson. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll hand it off now. Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. A give. This is Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Comeback.
This is taken at about the 14. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over.
Turf toe. Yay. Uh, 24-17 start.
Now a first down throw.
About
Stafford.
3.5 minutes
Ebron
left in the
with
game.
it over the middle.
Sanders just got the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Johnson on the counter. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once
Go,
guys get out of that
Tim!
mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Stafford. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electric electrifying conclusion after
Oh,
this.
no, you guy was right there.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week.
Bitch, where? Bitch, where? Oh, shut up, goddamn commentator. Motherfuckers are drunk. Where,